Welcome back. I don't know where we left off with the Gateway Tower. This is my GP7-600. This is actually runs on, I believe, an Intel 440BX chipset. It's got a Pentium 3600 chip in there. I haven't really done any internal modifications since I first dragged this sucker over here a couple months ago. But I have replaced the optical drive with a Yamaha 8824. That's 8x write, 8x rewrite, 24x read drive. It's a very, very nice drive. It works really well. I added a Zip 250. I think that was in the original video. That's about it. Oh, and I also threw in an ATI Rage 128 graphics card, which was like the ultimate graphics card in the early 2000s. It was fairly inexpensive, and it was a very usable graphics card for something this old. What else have I done? So I've got my Altec Lansing speaker system, which sounds fantastic, with a nice big subwoofer. I found an original Microsoft wireless wheel mouse. This was a very cool mouse in the day. This was definitely the mouse to have when it came out. Later models, of course, went to an optical sensor, but this is a mechanical wireless mouse. I've got two of these Gateway mouse pads. Gotta have that. And check this out. I got this Microsoft Sidewinder 2 Precision Pro. It's a Sidewinder Precision Pro. This is an amazing joystick. I love this thing. It is so precise. I plan on using it now. I'm going to use it for the flight simulator software, and I even started playing Doom with it. I found an original copy of the Doom trilogy, I think. Yeah, here it is. I found this at my local Savers, the collector's edition, and I have that installed. That was $4. The only thing I need to do is I need to buy ink for my DeskJet 840. This printer is in fantastic condition, fully restored. I just need to buy ink for it. I ran out of ink on a couple of projects that I did with this thing. I regrettably did not buy ink to refill it. Ink is still very expensive for this printer, mainly due to the fact that it's harder to find. The one thing I've got is this keyboard. I don't like this Gateway keyboard. It is not correct for this machine anyway. It's actually a little bit newer. This is from like 2001, I think, and on. And this machine is from 1999. So we got to do something about that. I went over to my local Savers today, and I picked up this. Some of you might remember this keyboard. This is a Logitech Internet keyboard. This takes your standard 104 key layout and adds function keys related specifically to the internet. You see, there was a thought in computer manufacturing marketing departments that what people really wanted out of their computers were more keys, more shortcut keys, thinking that people would use those keys to navigate the internet even faster. The reality was, I don't know many people who ever used those function keys, but they had to have them. You know, new keyboard comes out, gotta have it, gotta have it, gotta have it, gotta have these keys. The only function keys that I personally ever took advantage of were the volume keys, because it was convenient to change the volume from the keyboard. One of the first brand new laptop I ever bought was an HP Pavilion ZE5700, which actually had navigation keys above the function key row. And I never once used any one of those keys. There was like World Wide Web, which would open your default browser. There was a back button. There was a news button, an email button. I never used any of them. And I don't know anybody who did. But again, these products were, you know, geared to make the internet easier to navigate. Now this keyboard touts compatibility with Windows 98, 95, and 3.1, and that probably narrows it down to about year 2000, maybe 1999. So it's about the same age as this tower, only it is a brand new virgin piece of equipment. Never been opened, never been used. 3-year warranty, obviously, yeah, copyright 1998. So I think we got a winner, guys. We've got the ownership manuals and registration and all that. Key Commander. Now this is how you take advantage of these function keys. You have to have the original software. So I'm lucky I have that. Now I also have a brand new in-box Logitech mouse from the same time period, but I've decided I'm going to continue to use my wireless wheel mouse because it's such a nice mouse. It really is. It's a beautiful mouse. You know, maybe I will switch to the Logitech. I don't remember where. Is this it right here? Ah, there it is. So why not use this mouse instead? Because, you know, make it match. Make it matter. All right. Honestly, though, I really am not a big fan of that Microsoft mouse. It is very heavy, and it's hard to move it quickly. If you're playing a game or something, it's like there's so much weight in this mouse that it's like you'll end up breaking a wrist or something trying to, you know, navigate too quickly. Let's unpack this and get it hooked up. I want to point out that this keyboard is also 5-pin DIN compatible. Yes, that's rare. Keyboards like this you want to kind of hang on to because it will work on an AT. Will not work on an XT though, unless it has a switch, which I doubt it has. But let's take a look. Sometimes they're hidden under little covers and doors. Let's see if there's one under here. Come on. It's so hard to open. Come on now. If there's a switch in here, and there is not, this will only work on an AT, so it will not work on your IBM XT, sadly. Alright, sorry guys. Not going to happen for you. Let's run the cable. Now this is the matching Logitech mouse. Notice how it has the same plug shape and everything. So this is also, I got that new in box not too long ago, and I even have the original install disc somewhere. But that mouse is also compatible with Serial, which is why I bought it. So we'll put those aside. That's a good find. Alright, now I think it's time we install everything. I've got the Mouseware software right here, and I've got Key Commander 1.2. So we'll basically make sure we get Stan, who's also from 1997, 8-ish. We'll put him in full view of the camera. So let's fire it up. I don't think I ever made a video of this gateway monitor, but I found this, another Savers find that I saw it, I bought it. I'm like, I'm not even going to hesitate. This is in perfect condition. It's a pretty good picture for an early flat panel. Now, in all disclosure, this monitor I believe was made in 2001, but it's good enough for this system build setup, or whatever you want to call it. And the first thing I'm going to do is install Mouseware. I'm sorry, Key Commander. On one floppy disk, disk 1 of 1. Pretty cool that I found both a Logitech mouse and keyboard from the same time period in the same store. Oh yes, and don't forget these wrist rests, because these keyboards are so thick and heavy that you actually almost needed these wrist supports. Ergonomics was a huge topic of debate back in this time. And it seemed like every other day someone new was getting diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome. And how does this go together? Does it clip in there? And then you bend, no. No, you just push it in, huh? I guess. Well, let's see. It looks like it would go in that way, but it doesn't. Alright, let me look at the manual and see what it says, because it doesn't seem to fit. Alright, let me get the disk installed here. Put that in our floppy drive. There we go. Yeah, ergonomics was a big deal in the late 90s. That's when you started seeing, actually even earlier than that, that's when you started seeing products like the IBM Circ keyboard, the split keyboards, and similar designs. Everyone was kind of doing their own thing with that. And I mean, this book is this is an ergonomics manual. You don't really see that anymore. Ergonomics seems to have ceased to matter these days, and I find that kind of interesting because, I mean, it's still a concern, right? It has to be. Well, that doesn't really tell me anything useful. Palm rest. Attach palm rest to the keyboard if desired. It doesn't say how. Shouldn't really need instructions, but it's not really clipping in. So let's get this going. I do not want to see the README file. I want to restart. Now let's get back to this. So we now have Key Commander. That's going to unlock the functionality of all these other keys. Since you can't really see them on camera, I'll read them to you. www launches your default web browser. History opens your web history, and I don't know anybody who would want that. Open URL will, I believe, well, let's just see what they do. Send to back, that's move the window to the back. Print should be obviously self-explanatory. Refresh, search, forward, back, stop. Wow. And of course, scroll. What this keyboard does not have is volume control. Wouldn't you know it? But it's got a nice heavy feel to it. I like how this keyboard feels. It's got some weight to it. It has some heft to it. You can't really buy a keyboard like this anymore. I mean, there are some niche market keyboards that are out there, but they're very expensive, and you can't just walk into your local, store and buy them. That ain't happening. So, yeah. Oh, okay. I think I see how this goes in there. Yeah, but not quite. Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's not really meant for this keyboard, but I know it is. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you gotta squeeze the tabs. And that's it. That's how you do it. Well, there we go. We've got a nice ergonomic keyboard for our ergonomic workstation. I couldn't be happier. There we go. Now we're ready. We are ready for the 90s, guys. We are ready for the new millennium. We're ready for the new millennium. Oh, this is going to be so great. I cannot wait to go to my first internet site. All right. Let's see what the software interface looks like. Sort by name, Logitech, Key Commander. There we go. Now let's go ahead and focus on the screen where you can actually see what I'm doing. This is where we can program our keyboard to do everything but launch the space shuttles. So, F key assignments. F1, Usenet FAQ archive. F2, My Yahoo. Remember Yahoo? F3, search. F4, bookstore. F5, music store, sporting goods, videos, cyber meals. Yahoo Travels, the ergonomic office, Logitech, and shareware. And I just realized this mouse does not have a scroll wheel. How the hell? Okay, whatever. But this keyboard has a scroll button. Alright. Let's open up www. And this light flashes on the keyboard for some reason. Not doing anything. If I press the Logitech button, it brings up the Logitech Key Commander thing. But it doesn't appear to give me the functionality to change what those other keys do. Very interesting. Assign, program. Type the location and the name of the item you want to assign or search for the item. Okay, that's probably how you do that. Internet address. Okay. Volume. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it does have volume keys. Okay, so what I have to do is press... Ah, look at that. They're actually... So the volume keys, I just realized this, they're built into the numerical keypad. In fact, when you do not have num lock on, or when it is on, let's see. Hold on. Let me close this. Volume up. Volume down. Maybe I have to turn num lock off. Oops. Ah. It was just doing it too. Maybe I have to press the Logitech. Ah, look at that. You have to press Logitech to open up this menu. And at that point, this key is our volume up. And then this key is volume down, and that's mute. So, oh, that's weird. I'm not sure I love that, but alright, I'll take it. But these keys, I must not have a default web browser set. That might be the problem. I don't have this hooked up to the Mac. I will do that. I'm going to hook up the Mac and set this up as an internet sharing device, and that will allow me to do that. So now if I press history, how about www? Not really getting anywhere with this. Open URL. No. Now I know why this keyboard got sent to the savers. It's a nice keyboard, though. In all other respects, it's a very nice keyboard, and I'm glad to have found it. Alright, I just installed Logitech Mouseware. And Key Commander, of course, is still there. So one of the neat things about this Logitech mouse is that this middle button, although not a scrolling wheel, is, well, it opens up a software based scrolling interface. Let's see if I can demonstrate that. I'm going to open up let's see if I can find a document from high school from many years ago and try to scroll through it, and I'll show you how that works. So here we go. So if I press that button and I move the mouse down, it scrolls down, and if I move it up, it scrolls up. Pretty simple. Pretty good. Alright. Nextly, let's try to get this on the internet. Now, I haven't actually done this in many years, and it looks like it works. So this is MSN's homepage as seen through the eyes of a Windows 98 based machine, and surprisingly it actually shows some stuff. I'm going to use my magic scrolling wheel, and I can scroll down, and I can actually read stuff. This is actually working better than I thought it would. Look at that. All these images are showing up on a machine that is pushing 20 years of age. It is 19 years old this year. And we are on the interweb. Let's go to Gazoogle. Oh, I love this keyboard. Let's search for Gateway 2000. Yeah, that's fine. Look at this. It works. We are on the internet on a Windows 98 machine, and it is remarkably fast. Let's open up this wiki article. Aww, not going to happen. Gateway official site. It actually loads, but then it crashes. Of course it does. There are better web browsers, by the way. I'm going to have to take a look at some of those. I keep getting recommendations from other viewers, but let's go to Space Jam. Shut up. Because apparently Bing is not compatible with Windows 98. Or at least, what is this? Internet Explorer 5? What am I using? Yeah, 5. Alright, let's take a look at Space Jam again. I do not want to turn autocomplete on. Is this the site? Oh, they took it down? No, man. They took it down. This was the original site, and they killed it, or they broke it or something. Well, that's too bad. That's quite saddening. Let's check out our browser buttons. See if they do anything. Not really. No, it's not doing anything. I wonder if it's just not compatible with this web browser. No, these buttons do nothing at all. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, that's a shame. Default browser is Internet Explorer unsupported version. So I would need an updated version of this software to make that work. Alright, well that sucks. But hey, that's life, right? Best browser for Windows 98. Of course. Nope. Nope. Well, that was fun. Let's play Doom with the Microsoft Sidewinder joystick. Actually, I want this one. Doom 2. Single player game. Joystick. Yeah. Good. Here we go. This will be fun. I don't believe this game is optimized to use any of the other functions this joystick has. I am so terrible at this game. I'm just shooting in the air there. Alright, got him. Only took 70 clips. Wait, is that something? No. Armor. Armor. There we go. I think I missed something in there. Oh yeah. There's like a hidden elevator in here somewhere, I think. No. Yeah. Right. This machine really works nicely. I mean, this game is from like '94, but this machine handles it with absolute stunning grace. I've been playing this on my Mac Performa 575, and it struggles, like in a big way. Not only does the monitor suck, but the system is slow as shit, so... Oh, there we go, gotcha. Wait, is that the exit right there? Woo! Stock up on ammo and medikits, there we go. And let's see. Time. 2:52. The par is 30 seconds. Yeah, it's like that. Won't die. Alright, enough of that. I just went through this level too. On the performance. Now, for those of you who are going to insult my game playing abilities, I want you to know one thing. I spent my childhood on my bicycle and out hanging around with friends. I did not spend my childhood in front of a screen playing video games. I want to make that clear. And with that, I am going to call this video done. So those of you who wanted computer videos, well, there's one for you. I hope this helps satisfy your need for a fix, and this has been a lot of fun, actually. I think I'm going to play this game for the rest of tonight, and then I'm going to go to bed. Thank you for your patronage. Have a nice day.